Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Tuesday, August 20th at 1 a.m. Mountain Time 2019. Let me guess, you saw chemtrails when you woke up this morning. Yes, everyone did. That's because over 36 hours of cosmic ray powers with the crescendo at KP0 just 9 hours ago. You probably saw some clouds and wisps that you have never seen before, and they looked fantastic. Keep calm, it's boom time. Facts ahead. Effects of galactic cosmic rays on the atmosphere and climate. Jon Egil Kristjansson, University of Oslo. You get the full 80-page PDF, and you can bring your game up, your cosmic ray game, your climate change game. If you need facts to school the alarmists, I'm providing them, one fact at a time. Now for the layman, if you want to catch up to speed. April precipitation records fall across northeast U.S. Cosmic ray clouds plus nucleation equal record rain, record precipitation, record flooding. Here we're looking at some stats from the northeastern U.S. for April 2019, where you can see that almost every city broke the long-standing record of precipitation. Back to 1912, 1878, 1929, 1936. Yeah. Hours of powers. Now the daily sunspot area averaged over individual rotations. Looking at the butterfly diagram is shrinking back down into centennial minimum sizes. And it is estimated that we're going into a Maunder minimum type period with this drop off over these last few cycles. So if you're looking for a quick primer, read this article by Cap Allen coming out a long time ago on cosmic rays and cloud nucleation to get up to speed. And if you want to know where it all comes from, I'll leave you this paper by Heinrich Svensmark and his son from the Dark Cosmology Center, University of Copenhagen. This is 38 pages of information that you need to know about the cosmogenic effects of what's happening in your lifetime, where cosmic rays come from, how they get down to the ground, and what they do. They form radioactive nucleotides, carbon-14, aluminum-26, beryllium-10. We can use this as proxy data for rainfall and temperature, and you can see direct correlations right here. Strong coherence between solar variability and the monsoon in Oman, and on and on. So finally, you can see a direct relationship between low cloud cover and solar cycle variation. It's directly related. The sun controls the climate. It's not you. It's not CO2. Heavy rain, hail, and lightning impact Charlotte area, causing power outages and downed trees. Hella good photos. Severe storms brought heavy rain, hail, and lightning, causing power outages and downed trees in Charlotte and surrounding areas Monday afternoon. According to the Duke Energy outage map, there were 4,000 outages in Charlotte alone. Hail and severe thunderstorms hit Greensboro, knocking out traffic lights. Flash flood warnings issued for Guilford County. Traffic lights in the area of Church Street and Wendover are out, causing motorist headaches after severe thunderstorms passed through the city this evening. And we're looking for the video coming up shortly. You should probably stay inside as this hail comes. Tell me about it. That'll never play. Will this play? Hey, hey, hey. I had this. Good dab. Hard hat, anyone? I love that footage. That was not schmootage. That was actual footage. Here we are in some kind of a block here where we have to block things. And here you can see golf ball size now falling and boom. That looks like a boom. Anyway. Golf ball size hail and 60 mile/per wind gusts. Severe thunderstorm watch for Maine. It's insane, I know. Not really. Most of Massachusetts, in fact. Here's the severe weather outlook for today, which is probably over. Yeah. It's over, Johnny. The National Weather Service issued severe thunderstorm watch for multiple counties across the state Monday up in Maine. The main threats in Maine are strong and damaging winds and very heavy rainfall with localized street highway flooding and total fluxation, thanks to Heinrich Svensmark and the work at the cloud experiment at CERN. We now know that it's not you, it's not CO2, it's the sun. It looks like Christmas. Northeastern BC gets August snow dump. We've been talking about this for days. I predicted it a week ago. This isn't the last one of this summer. We're going to get another snow dump next week, and so on and so forth, meaning there has been snow in North America every single week continuously for the last year. And we're going to continue to update this as it progresses. We just saw snow at 11,000 feet that will soon be covered by more snow, and so on and so forth, including Glacier National Park and other regions. And now it looks like Christmas in Northeast BC, which clearly has snow on the ground from last year, being that far north from us. Residents in northeastern British Columbia woke up to winter in August on the weekend. It looks like February. The trees are completely covered, said Melody Megaton, owner of the Buffalo Inn Pink Mountain, located 190 kilometers north of Fort St. John. It looks like Christmas. All that's missing is Christmas lights and trees. While it's not entirely uncommon for towns in higher elevations to receive snow in August, Al Gore said it would never happen, and he is stuck in his hole currently. Getting a big dump like this is very unusual, said any meteorologist ever. Unseasonable snow forces campers out of Northeast BC Provincial Park. The storm brought as much as 35 centimeters of snow at the peak of summer to the Fort Nelson Muncho Lake Park Stone Mountain Park. Now, a blast of unseasonable, cold, snowy weather has forced the closure of one provincial park in northeast British Columbia and prompted the recommendation to stay away from two others, but conditions are expected to ease, thankfully. In one of the reports, one of the campers said, it started off as fall and ended as winter. I guess what they didn't realize is it's the middle of summer. It was a bummer. At the bottom of the glacier in Greenland, climate scientists find troubling signs. And I'm one of them. And what I find troubling in this article is a complete cacophony of lies and misdeeds, misinformation that is being taught to the youth on our planet. And it's going to be perpetuated for a while. It is going to take decades to undo the damage done by schmucks like the producers of this video. So let's rewind it. Let's pack our dab stick and let's
take off from a tiny airfield in South Greenland.
Let's do it now.
NASA embarking on its mission to map how warmer ocean water is melting Arctic ice. Chief Scientist Josh Willis shows me the probes they're launching all around Greenland. It's like dropping thermometers into the sea.
They go out of the plane, right through this tube right here. They fall down to the ocean, and then they separate into two parts. Part falls all the way down to the sea floor, so it gives us a profile from the surface to the bottom on the shelf.
We've reached today's drop zone, the massive Helheim Glacier. What you're seeing from our cockpit camera is not even the glacier itself, it's just the ice it's lost in the past days. And this goes on for miles.
It is absolutely awe-inspiring to see the size of this glacier, to see how much ice is coming off that glacier. That's obviously then going to flow into the world's oceans. It is one of the largest glaciers in Greenland. The amount of activity is just absolutely overwhelming.
But the scientists spot an ice-free zone right at the mouth of the glacier. It's pretty unusual. With great precision, they have to drop a probe right in that pond.
2, 1. Drop, drop, drop. 14 away. I see water.
Bullseye.
In the drink. Perfect.
I saw it, yeah. Oh, wow.
I see it.
But the readouts they get are troubling. Warm water along the entire depth of the glacier, more than 2,000 feet below the surface.
And these warm waters now are able to be in direct contact with the ice over its entire face, supercharging the melting.
And
Oh
it's
my
not
God,
just this
it's a
glacier.
catastrophe.
The ice melt has been
It
supercharged
is
in
insane.
all of Greenland.
It's a catastrophe. I have never seen anything like this. I have never seen it get warm in Greenland in the middle of summer and melt ice. It's a catastrophe, folks. In fact, the entire edge of the Greenland ice sheet is melting in the middle of summer. I mean, it's like, where do they get these frauds? The entire Greenland ice sheet melts in the middle of summer every year. And it's based on this gray area. See the gray area on this graph, which is a yearly graph? The gray area represents the multi-decadal average of building or melting of ice in Greenland. And you can see for most of the year it builds, which means above this black line. And from June through the end of August, it melts. And they were reporting on catastrophic melting that has never been seen before. Now, I want to tell you that for these 3 months, Greenland has been melting forever, since we've ever looked at it. For the last entire recorded history of weather and for thousands of years prior to that. Every summer, Greenland melts, which is why the multi-decadal average shows that. And that when all the alarmists reported on this August 2nd drop, including the articles or sharticles that I'm linking you to, they didn't report that 3 days later, the DMI, the Danish Meteorological Institute, said this is a correction. It was incorrect. And the level was brought back up into normal averages a week later because it was an aberration of the equipment. In fact, on August 2nd, no point on the Greenland ice sheet was ever above freezing. No point on the Greenland ice sheet on August 2nd was above freezing. It was an anomaly in the data. But the mainstream doesn't give up about facts or information by the actual group of people collecting this data because they have a mission. It's a narrative that they must fulfill to fill your mind with bullshit and lies. They should all be tried in Nuremberg and sent to prison so that we can be relieved of this plague. Oh, it is a plague. It's a scourge. It's the scourge of the scourginess. This mohawk is looking good. I mean, I like it. What do you think? Yeah. So, getting back to brass facts and brass tack. Let's blow this up. Like I said, end of August, we would hit the multi-decadal average line. And we're right in nice areas, which means in just 3 weeks, we're going to be building mass balance on Greenland, which means ice will be building in 3 weeks. And you can see how the southern tip now is blowing up with some gray regions, which means ice is building up here on the sheet. Ice is building, and the entire northern section is blowing up with ice building. So we're going to keep a close watch on this. I guarantee in 3 to 5 days, we're going to be blowing some warmest minds like they have never seen before. PEI, that's Prince Edward Island. Blueberry growers see major crop loss after harsh fall and spring. It wasn't hot. It wasn't warm. There was no drought and nothing burned up. It was cold and wet, and Svensmark was right, and so was Diamond and every other person calling for grand solar minima. Yeah. The solar max is over, kids. It's not you. It's the sun. Let's talk about the 2018 State of the Climate highlights. You can see here since 2016 the temperature dropping off the map. No one that's a global warmist or an alarmist is talking about that. But each year, from January to June, hundreds of scientists from around the world crunched the numbers on the previous year's climate. They all made predictions, and they all typically look stupid. And so we're going to point out how stupid they actually look this year, because they were 100% wrong. Did anyone accurately predict 2018-19? No. No, they didn't. Not a single person except Diamond. Yeah, David Dubine and Ice Age Farmer. Yeah, we nailed it. But if you look at the models, because they're fraudulent, they showed everyone hot and burning up. And then they predicted, it a little bit wetter here and here, and that this whole area is going to be above normal. And take a look. And oh my God, look at this. This is all above normal. It's all burning up here. It's way above normal for over 75% of the North America. And everything's going to be below average on the temperature here, and so on and so forth. Come look at the pattern. Warmer than average for the whole West. Yeah. So we're going to just pan it down here until you can see some facts. Boom! So here's the average of the average. It's almost pathetic. And then we come to the facts. I'm sure you remember the predictions. The facts were that precipitation in the entire northern 48 here were above normal, with all of the southeast, which were supposed to be below normal, well above normal. Record wettest in the dark regions. So the whole country was above normal or record wettest when they said the opposite. Right there. Snow outlook, below normal. Here's the snow outlook. For real. This is the departures from normal in blue. Hello. Halo. That means over 50% of the country got more snow than ever before on average. And these dark regions broke records. The same place that 3 years ago they said would never receive precipitation and we were in a permanent drought, received more precipitation than ever. Record. Ever. The exact opposite of what global warming said occurred. Are you picking this up? Because we just put it down. In fact, on March 31st, there was over 100% of snowpack everywhere in the entire Northwest. Over 100%. Yeah, I know. I'm really parched. Let me take a sip. Seismic update. No quakes of note, which is what we want to see. Cosmic rays penetrating us, evolving us. We were psychic 9 hours ago. Did you feel that? Worldwide volcano news update. Reventador Sangre Aso Sabancaya. 24,000 feet of puffs. That's a lot of passing. Study links fluoridated water during pregnancy to lower IQs. Yeah. And calcified pineal glands. And other shit. Scientists extract hydrogen gas from oil and bitumen, giving potential pollution-free energy. Now, whoever got this published will probably be dead in a week. But proper prior planning prevents piss-poor performance and progress before perfection. That's what we're looking for, progress. Huge comet 168P will light up the sky this week. A spectacular comet show awaits all stargazers Thursday evening. A huge comet called Comet 168P Hergenrother will make its way through the night sky, glowing at its brightest. Before you go fishing out your telescopes, this celestial event will be visible to the naked eye. Holy sh! And does not need any expensive equipment to puff pass. Please click here to watch this video. I doubt it. Now, this simplified sky map shows where Comet 168P Hergenrother is now in the sky and with respect to the brightest stars and constellations. Yeah, because we all know what Beta Per and Delta R and all this other crap means. Yeah, good job, SkyLive. Comet 168P Hergenrother came to perihelion October 2012 after reaching an outburst of gas and dust, as a result of which the comet was briefly more than 500 times brighter than it would have been. Electric discharge much? Oh my God, I wonder if that was plasma. And yet they don't ever fucking use the word electric or plasma or anything in this fucking article. Which is why it's a fucking sharticle and they can suck it. While they show a plasma tail and a glowing ball of electricity of positive and negative discharge, ionizing shit into the tail at absolute zero. Not a word about plasma or electricity in this article here that's titled Science. What the am I looking at? Science. That's the lack of science channel there. Just like National Geographic, which is the most pornographic perpetrator of hiding shit from you. Hello? How about mummies in the Grand Canyon and Egyptian pharaohs and shit, man? How about that, man? These pricks. Earth's inner core is doing something weird, and they're trying to explain it using the classical model of the huge piece of iron and nickel spinning, and there's an inner and an outer core, and it's rotating, and hey, did you see that I posted a video called "The Power of Intention"? Crestone Energy Fair, Crestone Town Hall, Rebirth, Renewal, and Regeneration? I did. 51,569 subscribers, 12 million plus views, and I hope you got something out of the video. Crestone Energy Fair was awesome. I love talking about my experience, strength, and hope with everyone that was there that wanted to listen, which is why I do this on a daily basis, for the most part, for you people, the subscribers, the ones that share this video and this information to people that may be looking for it, searching for an answer to why they just don't feel right about what they're reading. Thanks to all our Patreons, our one-time donors, the people on Steemit. Did you know we have a Steemit? Go check it out. It may be the only place to get this information in the future. You could be downloading this. You could be scribing it down on parchment. Who knows? We love each and every one of you. Thanks to our Patreons, our one-time donors, everyone who drove excessive distances to get to Crestone. You know who you are. We love you. We can't wait to work with you in the future to survive and thrive in abundance together when the shit hits the fan. Be safe. We love you.